first ever typewriter, this Imperial 65, dates back to 1953, which is quite old, but it turns out I've accidentally bought what is the most user-friendly, easy to repair type of typewriter, partly because it's similar to the cash register ones, where you can, for instance, press these two buttons here and the entire unit will slide out for cleaning, which is great, and likewise two buttons on the carriage to remove it, and so on and so forth. I'll run down all the features because, to be honest, I had no idea what most of all these buttons did with typewriters until I got one. So for starters, you've got these two levers on both sides of the keyboard. These are the release mechanisms for the entire unit, which is surprising. So you press those down, you pull them forwards, don't get your hands caught, and that is how you get this out and clean. You'll obviously have to move this bit up to lift it out and so forth. You'll figure it out, it's simple enough. Secondly, you've got these selectors here for the black ink, the red ink. There's a really strange white indicator, which you can only access by pressing this button here, and then it jumps up. Apparently this is an old form of stenciling, where they would put one master into a sort of ink roller and just make copies and copies and copies at old colleges and schools and unis. So that's an interesting old bit of technology. Don't know too much about these two particular ones. Obviously, in theory, that's probably the line spacing. I could be wrong, but these don't interest me too much. I don't know what they do, so moving on up to the carriage, or the rolling pin as I'm going to call it, we have this selector here. Now there is a window there, and this window says 1, 2, 3, and that is the amount of line spaces you want. So if you just want to go down one, that's what you would set it to, and so forth. This one also does half spaces, which is interesting. Obviously you've got the release mechanism on the sides here that makes it return. The other strange thing is this particular dial is actually a button, and instead of allowing the rolling pin to go in notches, it allows it to free roll. Which the other side, you've got this lever here. Now what this does is it lifts up this roller, so if you press that down, it gives a slight gap so you can just slide out the paper, and likewise pushing it back up connects the paper much closer to the roller and no moving around. As for this, you push forwards, lift up, and then you can remove the rolling pin by pressing these buttons on this side for cleaning. And same again, just make sure they are properly clicked in when you put them back, down, forwards, and there you go. That is the carriage. There's also this slider here which goes left and right, and that controls the direction of the ink reels. So for instance, if you wanted it to go right, you would press that to the right, and these need winding up properly, but you get the idea. I do love the backspace button. I guess your uppercase or alternative key access lock, which allows you to get onto the other side of the hammers. So yeah, I'll leave it on these two toggle switches. Not entirely sure what they do. Any guesses? Any suggestions?